afternoon, class. In this video, we are discussing how Zappos approaches human resources, how it uses its human resources in context of McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y, as well as Likard's four-system approach. First and foremost, I believe it's important to understand a human resource management, what it means and what that drive was, and HRM, in other words, human resource management, is framed as a genuine effort to motivate workers by recognizing their value to the organization, their human resources. So that's what we're focused on, and that's what Zappos focuses on. That's the culture that Zappos promotes. And now I want to look into McGregor theory X and Y, as well as Likard's four-system model to draw comparisons to Zappos. So Douglas McGregor's theory X basically implies that management, they control, they control the employees through force, through direction, through threats. They believe that you know human beings inherently dislike work. So in order for them to get employees to do work, they must go ahead and force them, apply some kind of threat to them in order for them to get them to do something. Now, when we compare that to Zappos, complete opposite. There is no such method, no such approach in Zappos, which leads me to McGregor theory Y. McGregor theory Y states that, uh, in other words, human beings and employees are motivated by being a part of the overall objective of the company. Uh, so their commitment to objectives is a function of the rewards associated with their achievement. External control and the threat of punishment are not the only means for bringing about effort toward organizational objectives. And theory Y believes man will exercise self-direction and self-control in the service of objectives to which he is committed. Under the conditions of modern industrial life, the intellectual potentialities of the average human being are only partially utilized. So Zappos understands that its employees make up a big part of it, and one of the most important things for Zappos is its customer service. So it believes in really wowing the customer. Now, in order for them to wow the customer, they also have to be able to maintain happy employees. And how do they do that? Well, not by theory X, of course, but by theory Y. Management believes that in order for employees to perform at the highest level, that employees need to feel like they are a part of the company. So they believe in happiness. They believe that in order to be productive on a company, in order for customers to be wow, employees have to be wowed as well. Uh, so a big takeaway from the video that I got, and I highlighted some tips here, is that um, they believe in lifelong relationships with the customers. So how do they do that? Successful leaders manage with input of teams. So they believe in their team, and each team is independently led by each manager or each team leader, and each team leader has their own way of doing things. But essentially, every employee at Zappos has the ability to chip in, has the ability to make a change, to voice their opinion, without feeling like they're going to be judged, without feeling that there's going to be any retaliation for their opinion. Um, and they are constantly encouraged, and they are encouraging employees to go out and experience things. If an issue arises, changes need to be made. There's a certain comfort level that happens when employees can go and have a conversation and be proactive and be fruitful in a decision making process. So it Zappos really does promote their philosophy, and their philosophy is that they focus on managing tasks and not people, which leads me to Likard's four systems approach. So there's four leadership approaches. There is exploitive authoritative, there is benevolent authoritative, consultative, and participative. Now I'm going to focus on participative because this is what Zappos mainly focuses on. And if we turn our attention to participative, it states that on page 101 of the textbook, motivation occurs through rewards, there's group participation in setting organizational goals, lots of communication occurs downward, upward, and with peers, decision making is distributed throughout the organization, employee turnover is low, there's excellent productivity. It all comes down to the core values of the company and how those core values and how the mission statement is motivating their employees, in this case Zappos, to be a part of the company. So employees at Zappos feel, and the management at Zappos are promoting that feeling for employees. They want employees to feel as if they're a part of a larger picture. There's a vision for the enterprise. There's vision for Zappos. There's a culture at Zappos that promotes this freedom, this autonomy. But that autonomy doesn't conflict with the productivity of the company because human beings are placed in big roles, regardless if you're a manager or if you're or if you have a non-supervisory position, which ultimately contributes to the success of the company. Not only how its resources are spent, but also how it earns money, basically.